Vice Chair Bel Zamora.
The resolution dated January 29 of the Supreme Court has no bearing, has no effect on the proceedings in this committee regarding the impeachment complaints, the two impeachment complaints against the Vice President. We should recall that the resolution was made as a response to the motion for reconsideration filed by the House of Representatives in relation to the impeachment complaint filed by the House of Representatives or initiated by the House of Representatives against the Vice President last year. The impeachment complaint then was under the second mode, or the mode which requires the 1/3 vote of all members of the House of Representatives. In this case, we are in the Committee on Justice because of the complaints filed by ordinary citizens and endorsed by members of Congress, and then referred within the proper period to the House Committee on Justice. So again, Madam Chair, there is no effect on the proceedings before this committee. Let me also mention, Madam Chair, that the resolution actually dealt with the definition of the term session day in relation to the counting of the days, of the session days within which the impeachment complaint filed against the Vice President was included in the order of business in the proceedings last year, and then subsequently referred to the Committee on Justice, in which case the Supreme Court said that the 1/3 impeachment complaint filed by more than 1/3 of the members of Congress was barred. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, parliamentary inquiry.
The Honorable Garbin is recognized.
The Supreme Court held that Article 11, Section 2, Section 3, Paragraph 2, imposes mandatory and non-discretionary duties on the House of Representatives. And in the said statement made by Vice Chair Bell, the Supreme Court defined the session day as calendar days, not legislative session days. Would it affect the treatment on this committee on how do we proceed with the hearings, considering that the two impeachment complaint was filed and referred to this committee February 26, and with the January 26, and the recently enunciated case decided by the Supreme Court says that for purposes of impeachment, session day referred to Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 2 should be interpreted as calendar days. So, Madam Chair, tanong ko po, yung 6th session day, since it was referred January 26, hanggang kailan po ba yun? Am I correct to say we have until May 26 to submit a report to the plenary?
Thank you for that question, Vice Chair Garbin. I understand that we have a lot of questions concerning the recent resolution of the Supreme Court, but we wish to confine our discussion for the purpose of our current impeachment proceedings to the question of whether or not that resolution will affect this impeachment proceeding, no? It was answered by Vice Chair Bell that the resolution pertains to the second mode of filing an impeachment, that is via 1/3 of the members of the House, whereas the present impeachment proceedings was done via the first mode, that is a complaint filed by private individual endorsed by a House member. Nevertheless, while the Chair wished to defer some questions to the decision of the House of Representatives as an institution, I would like to recognize Vice Chair Kit Flores also to share his insight on the question raised by the Honorable Vice Chair Garbin.
Madam Chair, thank you. Even with the new definition of the Supreme Court on what a session day is, the current complaints that we are tackling, Madam Chair, fall within the periods given by the Supreme Court. So I guess there is nothing yet to discuss as of now.
Thank you,
Madam
Madam
Chair.
Chair. Thank
Madam-
you. Just to raise again that the constitutional procedure decided by the Supreme Court deals with the period within which the committee and the House referral and the very definition of the session day. So I get it from Vice Chair Keith Flores that the same was properly observed, and that what I'm asking before this committee, Madam Chair, is that should we follow the new definition enunciated by the Supreme Court, that when we speak of session day, we will refer it and interpret it as calendar days.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Congressman Rufus Rodriguez is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I could foresee the reason why the Supreme Court did this. Because during the last Congress, the 19th Congress, there were so many, so many suspension of sessions. And so therefore, it took about more than a month to be able to refer. So it defeats the purpose, and I agree with the Supreme Court. We should never, suspend and suspend and suspend. No more adjournment of session, so that it will just be considered one session day. And it takes a month. It takes about more than 3 times 4, 12 session days. So therefore, we agree that it should be calendar days to make sure that the impeachment complaints are properly and on time, timely, be referred to the Committee on Justice. So that is clear. We experienced that, and the Supreme Court saw that there is a way to be able to defeat the purpose of our constitutional provisions. So they have changed the constitutional provision. It is clear that they have, they have violated the Constitution, the Supreme Court, because it says calendar days. And calendar days is always the days of the calendar. It cannot be, the session days is clear as the sessions, Monday to Wednesday, and so forth. And so that is the reason why we have that. So now it is clear that we should have calendar days to be able to tackle all the impeachments. Others are coming. So therefore, we should be able to have calendar days. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
We appreciate the opinion of the Honorable Rufus Rodriguez. Nevertheless, we are requesting all the members to confine our discussions only to those questions which will be very necessary to be able to proceed in our current impeachment proceeding, no? So initially, we were asked by the Honorable Lord and Suwan, makakaapekto ba itong resolution na ito sa ating kasalukuyang impeachment proceedings sa Pangulo? Ang sagot po, hindi, sapagkat ang ating resolution po ay patungkol sa pangalawang mode ng pagsasampa ng impeachment complaint. That is by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House. Habang ito pong ating impeachment complaint laban sa Pangulo na kasalukuyan nating dinidinig ay isinampa sa pamamagitan po ng mga private individuals na inendorso naman ng ating mga House members. With that,
Madam Chair,
the Honorable Tino is recognized.
thank you. Madam Chair, gusto ko pala lang pong iparating sa committee na kahit po hindi ito yung second mode na endorsed ng 1/3, kung hindi ni-refer po sa Justice Committee, kaya nandito po tayo ngayon, pero hindi po ba may epekto pa rin sa timetable? Kasi sabi dito, determination of sufficiency in form, the Secretary General within 3 session days will return with a written explanation of insufficiency. So may mga sinasabi po, kailangan po na halimbawa, makapaglabas ng committee report ang Committee on Justice within 60 session days. So dahil po ang Supreme Court decision ay nagbigay ng bagong kahulugan sa session day bilang calendar day, may epekto po sa timetable. Hindi po ba?
The Chair agrees with the Honorable Tino, and with that, we will be deferring all these questions to the proper committee through the leadership of the House of Representatives. I wish to express that the Justice Committee is not in the proper position to pronounce whether or not we will be following every details of the resolution of the Honorable Supreme Court. We recognize, however, the presence of our Senior Deputy Majority Leader in the person of Congressman